And we are back this week again with the three talking points for our game week 17. And what a game week it has been. Okay, as mentioned, basically the three of us are here again. I'm Fonzie, then there's Staff, and there's Pio here today. Basically, we are your poor man's UCL team. Okay, so Pio is very clearly Big Mix with his
It's not.
over the top personality. Whether he agrees or not, I open the channel, so I say. And then Tough is clearly the man with the sophistication, with the experience, with the silky smooth charm, and that's Henri right there. I'm the brash one. Clearly, I'm Carragher, but right now we're still missing a kid, Abdul. So if anyone is interested, right, please let us know. I think Pio still wants to bring in results, so
Yeah,
if
definitely.
that works, then
I've got a couple of people who are interested, so we'll see in the future.
yeah,
All right, let's go on to our favorite topic
okay, so
for,
let's,
for this
without
week.
further ado, okay, we can't put it off any longer. Let's look at the first result of the week, and that is
Oh man, I'm getting all my Monday blues because of this scoreline. And it doesn't help that it's raining today.
This is what you get when I have two Man United fans with me. So I don't take joy in it, but we still need to go through because it was a shocking game. I was seated there with the Man U fans, and I couldn't put my finger to it as to what was happening. And you know what's the best part or what's the worst part? Bournemouth wasn't even playing well. So how did
yeah,
it end up to be 3-0? Come on, guys. Let me know.
look. All the goals were preventable. If you look at it, all the goals were preventable. The cross was nothing amazing, and then the last goal was a cutback. Okay, cutback, and you saw two defenders just standing there doing nothing. What were they thinking? And then after that, you have the penalty, which is came out of nowhere. And what kind of defending is that? I don't know. I yeah, defensively we were crap. I think the worst thing that I have to say, okay, I think this is going to be a long rant unless Nanda stops me or Tafran stops me. But look at it this way. Look, we took out, well, once Ugarte was taken out, right? We lost the midfield. That there was nothing there anymore. I think Mainu and Fernandez, as interesting as they may be as players, I don't think they're doing anything well defensively. I don't think they're good enough defensively. Speaking of defensive midfields, we have Casemiro, right? Why wasn't he put in? Why wasn't he put in to actually fill in that gap? We're
Hmm.
Do
paying
you think that,
hundreds of
do you
thousands of
think
dollars
do you
for
think when I
midfield.
saw the starting lineup, do you think it was square pegs in round holes? Because Fernandez was playing out way to the left,
Mm.
Yoro
Uh,
wasn't there in the tree,
uh,
Hmm.
Mazraoui was playing in central defense.
mm.
So
Hmm.
what was the manager thinking, man? I really couldn't understand
I
what was he going for.
I think in Amurmi's mind, this is a busy time with all the fixtures coming in thick and fast. And he, to be fair to his credit, he's giving all these different players their time before he decides who his first 11 is going to be and all that. The thing
Mm.
about Amrim is, as I mentioned before in the first podcast, he never changes his formation anywhere and everywhere he goes. He will play the 3-4-3. Right now, you very rightly pointed out, I think, it's fitting square pegs into round hole. So we don't have the right players for the right positions as of now.
Yeah.
Bruno is not a deep lying playmaker. He can't be that. He needs to be further more advanced and he needs cover at the back because as much as Bruno gives the ball away, he's our most creative player as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
And I
one
think
thing.
that something is seriously wrong in the dressing room. I think the players need to grow up. I feel that we are lacking somebody. We're lacking a leader that is actually going to kick their butts. You know, like last time when we had Ronaldo and Nani that were
Mm,
in, and sometimes they were being a bit of divas. Right, you all had Scholes, you had Gary Neville, and you had Keane to kind of shake things up again and get them focused.
mm,
Right now, I think especially some of the younger players are overhyped. As in,
mm.
last week Mazraoui played well, and suddenly everybody was like praising Mazraoui to the point that thing saying that he's world class. And then after that, this week he's lost. And then Mainu also had the same thing. I think we need to go back to actually building the entire team again, and then after that, focusing on proper coaching, on proper discipline, on proper positioning, and sticking to proper form. Because clearly we're not consistent.
And, and
Yeah,
I was shocked to see Malasia inside. He is
Mm.
not fit. It's
yeah.
clear. And I think manager needs to take some blame onto this. You cannot put in
Mm,
a player that is not fit for the Premier League.
mm.
So he was out of breath, and that's why he's making funny tackles, at the byline,
Yeah,
which was the cause of the
That's a
first
free kick.
free kick,
Yep.
which led to the
yeah.
goal. And what
Mm.
was Zikazi doing? He doesn't know how to
Exactly.
defend a free kick. He wasn't even onto the guy.
Yeah.
Like what
Statue.
the commentator
Yeah.
mentioned at halftime. Maybe if you cannot reach the ball, you got to physically contact. I think Michael Owen was the one that was
Mm,
mentioning something at halftime. You got to contact the
Mm.
guy. He let the guy jump free.
mm.
Was the freest header for that first goal by Huijsen or something like that. That was his
Yeah.
name.
Listen, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
so
at the bottom line, if you look at the stats, which are staring right at you, there are 23 shots taken and zero
exactly,
goals. Yeah,
Yeah, 23 shots
firstly,
taken.
yeah, United is not clinical enough. The corners, something is wrong with the set pieces.
exactly. I
And
was saying, Bournemouth wasn't even trying to play. You know what I mean? It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't that they were so good that they beat Man
Mm.
United 3-0. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Mm.
it was just basically mistakes from Manchester United that led the three
Mm.
goals in.
Three goals. We
Uh,
gave them three. It's just that you
yeah,
take, and go.
mm,
and then the penalty was wow. That challenge was like a off-season challenge. It wasn't even near the ball. It wasn't
Mm.
even VAR didn't even need to intervene.
Mm.
yeah.
And once the third goal came in, I think that was it. I think all heads were down.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, you can see they were defeated from quite early on already actually.
So what I don't
Even
understand, because I actually bought Diallo, and then you have Bruno Fernandes he's talking about fantasy football, and he was so hyped up, right?
Yeah.
Like Ahmad was
Yeah.
the one that's going to do it this weekend, and then you buy him,
And
and then there's
so many people
absolutely
were burnt.
nothing. How do you How do you go from a 2-1 win against Manchester City to a 3-0 home defeat to Bournemouth? So
Exactly.
that's my big talking point.
Yeah. Consistency is at fault here, lah. That's the main thing.
yeah, some people
Right.
said that we need open heart surgery, but I think given time, it needs to be rebuilt again, and we cannot rebuild it around 30-year-old players that are injured. Mason Mount,
Yeah.
Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Time to go.
there's a lot of changes that needs to happen. Okay, we move on to the next game. Very very exciting, goal flood.
Uh,
Okay,
Wow.
9 goals in a game. This was a game for the fans.
An amazing
and all
game.
you Salah cappers are
Th-
very, very happy.
Thank you, Mr. Salah. I'll give you a salute there. He saved my skin, and this is for a fantasy talk later on. But he saved my skin after Isak gave
He's not even doing
big
anything,
demolition
you know.
points,
Salah was
man.
not
And
doing
then
anything.
suddenly, wow,
Tottenham,
he's the
Tottenham's defense
man.
is just Tottenham's defense is rubbish. Salah doesn't even need to try. The balls just come to him and he just steps in the goals and he gets them. Salah
Yeah,
doesn't need to
Credit to him,
try.
he needs to be in the correct position. What?
yeah, lah.
But isn't Liverpool flying? And it's from an Everton fan, okay? So Liverpool people, all right? This from Everton fan, all right? Liverpool is flying to go to Tottenham and score six. Every time people say it's like a cliche.
Yeah,
Liverpool and Tottenham is always high scoring, always high scoring. And you're wondering whether why is it always true? But it always ends up to be true, man.
yeah.
6-3. It looks like
Nine
almost a
goals.
futsal game.
Yeah, you know, and to be honest, right? If you watch Liverpool play, if they had another 5 minutes, it looks like they can score another three more. They were really on fire and they really could score a lot. I mean, Diaz had a great game, and Trent. Wow, the first goal, look at that delivery. It reminds me of David Beckham again, man. It
Mm.
was like pinpoint crossing, and then that was, what a header! Fantastic.
Quite simply, that's the difference between this team and United. The clinical finishers. They don't need that many chances. They make their chances count. As simple as that.
Mm.
And Liverpool is able to do that, and they've been doing it consistently this season.
Mm.
So they are. I hate to say it, but I think they are looking like title winners already, title champions already.
Wow, okay.
Very early, but I think
Yeah,
they are going to
I
be
think
there.
I declare them as yeah. Unless it's
Arsenal,
theirs to
Arsenal.
lose. It's theirs to
Mm.
lose.
Yeah, that's to lose. I agree.
No one is close. No one is
Mm.
close.
Yep.
We thought Chelsea was, but then
Mm.
they met Everton
Uh,
in
Everton
recent
has only one
times.
Everton
strategy.
fan not
Unbelievable.
gonna say anything about it.
Everton's strategy is very simple. Park the bus. That's it.
It was a
Yeah,
very successful strategy. It worked.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we move on to the next game that we want to talk about. Another interesting result.
Oh,
Oh,
this is a big talking point. What is wrong? What is really wrong here, man?
Mm-hmm.
Aye, and all those people uh, who bought Ahmad put Rogers on the bench.
that's me. That's
Poor
me.
things.
I sold Rogers and put Ahmad. Ah, goodness.
And
Rogers had
Rogers
a
pops up,
game of his
against him.
life.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah,
game that he
Rogers.
had,
Yeah,
you
guess
know?
what? Guess what? He was just sold. He was sold only one season ago, I think, to Villa, I think, for 1.5 million by Man City.
Mm.
Wow. Man City sold Rogers
Rogers
and
was a
sold
Man City
Palmer.
graduate.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Two big
So
mistakes.
his teammates were Palmer and Sancho as well, and Foden, lah, of course.
Magic.
And then he pops up with
Imagine
that
you have four of
masterclass
them
in midfield.
in your midfield.
Yeah, yeah.
You mean
Okay, for those
fantasy
of you who
Midfield,
football, not
didn't
real
really
midfield
see the
football.
football?
game, okay, so just a quick one on Duran. He has taken over Watkins. So I had a friend who bought Watkins, and then immediately Watkins didn't play. So now Watkins seems to be the sub, and Duran plays the game. So he's on fire. It's like those strikers that don't do much and then pops in and scores.
Mm.
So he has been scoring, I think, for the past 3 or 4 games, but it's still under the radar. So those of you who want a differential for your fantasy football, all right. But Rogers was dominating the entire midfield. He was Mr. Super impressive, and he
Hmm.
deservedly, I think, got the goal in the 65th minute.
Mm.
The scoreline actually a bit flattering on Man City because Man City couldn't put anything together, and Phil Foden only scored his first goal of the season. Actually, by the way, I think in the 93rd minute, and that was also by a mistake by Digne from Aston Villa. But other than that, they created almost nothing.
What's
So
happening, man? What's happening? In a
I
team that
cannot
has
pinpoint.
Haaland, that has Foden, that has KDB, and a team that was very much feared, and at one point in time was dominating the league. Well, what has happened to them? I mean, when you look at it, right, this is it's a name that
I think a lot of their players
that comes to
are
mind. My
aging as
God.
well. And
True,
Pogba
true, true.
Gundogan don't have the legs, I think, anymore.
Mm,
Mm,
They of course they keep saying Rodri is missing, but I mean a team
yeah.
must be made up of more than just one person, right?
Mm,
true, true, true,
So
true.
yeah, something is just and I cannot point a finger to it. All I can think of is probably aging players. They
but
need
if that's the case,
a
then if that's the case, then that
yeah,
means the manager has to live together with the players because if not,
probably.
technically this was the team that he built, and now this is the team that was working at one period of time, and then now it's just crashing.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm. When Haaland is no
So
longer somebody who's feared, I mean, at one point in time, everybody had to had him, not that long
yeah,
ago. Hmm.
Let's see, let's
exactly.
see. I'm pretty sure Pep has something up his sleeve, lah. He will surely turn things around, and I think he's still a very safe manager. City is not going to sack
Hmm.
this guy just because of this little blip. But
Hmm.
I also have other friends who are saying that he may leave on his own terms because of the
Hmm.
115 charges, which are weighing quite heavily on
Yeah,
them.
somehow I think that may be in the background somewhere. That he'll probably leave before any of that happens.
Mm.
So
Well,
Wow.
it
we'll
seems to
see,
be an
we'll see.
era coming to an end, I think.
Mm. It's sad, man.
But you never know.
Watch.
You never know.
Yeah.
It's sad to watch it end like this way, because you never
It's
really
okay. One
expect.
more week, let it continue. After Everton, you can be sad before Everton. But usually,
They're
Everton is
playing
the
Everton.
team
So
that
Everton is the
that
one
gives
that
you the motivation to when you need a win, just go and play against Everton.
but maybe this
Okay.
is Everton's time to shine. Now
Yeah,
Everton
yeah,
and
right,
Manu
right.
are in the
I've been
same part
waiting
of
30
the table.
years for that to happen.
Mm. Everton and Manu same part of the table, man. I never thought that I would see the day that we are very 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 close.
Yeah.
Point. There's
But
still a
that's
gap there.
there's still a gap, but
But,
no, not that big a
mm,
difference.
mm.
Yeah, not that big a
Okay.
difference. United is finishing in the bottom half of the table for the first time since 1980, 80 something.
Mhm.
89.
89, yes. Okay. 1989.
Oh well, but that wraps up a very interesting game week for us. There are other games, of course, that we couldn't talk about. But look, if you have things that you want to share with us, please put it down in the comments, and then let us know what else that we could be talking about, especially in the next game week. So that's it from us for
Oh,
this
one more thing.
week's. Oh,
Yeah.
If our subscribers, if anyone wants us to talk about certain games, you want us to focus on certain games for next week, please feel free to put it down in the comments as well below the video.
Yeah. Don't
Then we
forget to
can.
like, subscribe, and share.
Yes, please. Thank
yeah.
you.
Okay.